Welcome to our channel. My name is Sam.
My name is Ryan.
And today, guess what? We're doing another tier list.
Oh my gosh, tier list content.
I know.
Brand spanking new to the channel.
You
We've
guys
never
love
done
to
one
see
of
it,
those.
though. They
we
love
love
it.
to make them. So you know what? Yeah, you know what? Why am I apologizing for making tier lists?
It's what the people want.
You know what? Why am I like preemptively degrading the sanctity of this video? Completely pointless.
Maybe you're projecting.
Yeah, it's like a self-worth issue. I'll talk about this in therapy next week.
Today, we are doing a tier list of our own content. You guys know it is a new year. We are in the spirit of reflection. So we thought it would be a really fun idea to just go through what we have done. Didn't you say we've uploaded like 130 or
130 videos.
Wow.
Something along those lines. You know, plus or minus 5. Maybe it's like 133.
Sure, you know, don't hold us to it.
Yeah.
But today we're gonna be making a tier list of our own content. And I'm ready for it.
It was nice to reflect, wasn't it? Like,
It was.
on our content. Like, the good moments and the, well, not the bad moments. I don't want to say bad moments, but just sort of like the disorganized, chaotic,
Rushed.
moments.
Yeah.
And in the spirit of that, let's tell them our tiers, because starting at the very bottom, our lowest tier is last minute. And these are reserved for the videos either that literally were put together in the last minute with absolutely no regard to how they would perform or if they would do well, or just have that feel because maybe we were low energy or something that day.
Yeah. Above that, we have outsourced. Now, this is the category for when we were kind of low on ideas. So either we just stalked every other creator on YouTube for a few minutes, or we quite literally went to our Discord or asked our fans on Instagram, and we had to outsource these ideas. Outsource.
Outsource.
I don't know what that was.
You okay?
I don't know what happened, but we had to outsource the ideas.
You're really Sam, right?
Next.
Alien comes out of you. The next tier up, the B tier, is fan service. These are videos that we like made specifically for our fans, that we knew y'all would enjoy, that maybe you guys asked for, and that we thought like performed really well, hit the target, and were fun ideas.
Yeah. The next tier above that is trending. This is pretty self-explanatory. These are videos that we were really excited about doing, about hopping on the trend for, or we just thought that they were so good that they should have been trending, or like should have done better.
Yeah, just like totally trending.
Totally trendy.
And the top tier, this will surprise no one, it's daddy.
Yeah.
Because the daddiest of content deserves the daddiest of recognition. So those are our tiers. You know the game. It's not a game, we're just sorting stuff. We're just putting things in categories, and we've outlined the categories for you. So shall we get into it?
Yes, we shall.
All right, what is the first video in question?
The first video in question is a man versus a woman. Part 1 and 2.
Okay, great. Yeah, just the whole shebang.
The concept. That was a great video series. Now, if you're not familiar or if you're new to this channel, we used to do a series called Versus, which maybe we'll bring back one day.
Oh yeah, totally.
Who knows? But very simple concept, 2 opposing ideas, answering the same questions, great conversations. So a man versus a woman, to me, was such an amazing conversation that I'm so grateful we had the platform to have, and that's daddy. It did really well. The audience really took a lot from it. It did a lot for me personally. That's daddy tier.
Yeah, it's top tier for me too, especially just because it, at least for me, I think it was the first time that I looked at what we were doing and said, yes, we can entertain people, yes, we can have a good time, yes, we can make people laugh, but we can also like really make a difference with what we're doing, and there's like an appetite for that and a hunger for that, and people are interested in that. And that just like, not only was the video, I think, great and received well, but it felt so good to make something like that.
Yeah.
And I just think like everything that you said in the video especially was so poignant.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I was really proud of you that week.
Oh, that.
The next video was a tier list we made, a video just like this one where we ranked toys from our childhood.
Yes, yes.
And this one feels like it pretty obviously lives in the outsourced category because it was basically outsourced. I don't even remember how did the whole water wiggler debacle even happen?
It started from this video.
From what video?
It? This tier list.
This video is what started it?
I'm pretty sure, right? Or did it start... What came first, the chicken or the egg?
I know.
If you're not familiar, there's kind of a like water wiggler
inside joke with the daddy community
in our fandom. But I don't remember if it came from this video because we reviewed water wigglers as like toys from the 90s, and then people in your Twitch stream just like brought them up more because of how disgusted you were by them in this video, or if it came up in another way, so we made this video for our fans.
That's what I thought it was.
Because we had a box of water wigglers, didn't we? In this video?
Yes.
And so we had them, and why would we have had them if they weren't already a joke?
Yes. I think the joke had already happened on Twitch or on a YouTube Live or something. Or we were like talking. Sloan and Torrance had one.
Yes!
And we brought them up because we were like, they're so weird and cringy, and then we were getting trolled, and that's how it happened. Regardless though, it was outsourced. The idea of making a tier list of all of these crazy games was not our idea. It was coming from the fans who were so buzzing on the water wigglers of it all.
Yes, they just wanted to see water wigglers in the Daddy cinematic universe, and we gave it to them. So for that, yeah, lands and outsource.
All right.
Up next is actually a recent video of ours that I had so much fun filming. It was our little headphone challenge video. Guys, I know you could see in the video like how much I laughed, but I laughed so much while filming that video, and it just brought me so much joy. It was such an easy idea, so it was very like stress-free to film.
Super, because a lot of the times videos will come off really fun, but they won't be, it's not that they aren't fun to make, but they're hard to make.
Yes.
And this was really fun to make, really easy to make, edited together really well, and like just brought a huge smile to both of our faces. I mean, I'm comfortable with this being a top tier
This
video.
is a daddy video for me because also so many of our fans enjoyed it. I don't know that it like technically performed all that well, but
well, give it time.
I'll give it time.
You never know.
Yeah, but that's a daddy tier video for me. Please go watch it if you haven't yet, because it just cracked me up.
Boom! Cross promotion. This is it's all just an ad for our own content. Go watch all of these videos.
If you do, actually, I'll put links for all these videos mentioned in the description. So.
Fierce. Oof. This next one still makes me cringe.
Oh gosh.
This next video was one of the, not like first, but within sort of like the first season of Sam and Ryan content, when we were making videos like over there in front of the gallery wall with my really crappy DSLR from like 2009.
What a time.
What a time indeed. This is the reacting to fan fiction about ourselves video.
Yes. Yes. This was one of those videos that I knew we like had to do because there's fan fiction about me, there's fan fiction about you. The opportunity was just there. It was so obvious. And also people love watching cringy content. I'm so glad we did this, but I think this definitely falls into the fan service category because it's like thinking and conceptualizing this video idea. I knew like I was doing this for the fans. Like, cause you and I didn't like want necessarily to sit down and like read through fan fiction about ourselves. It's like, this is for the fans. They're gonna enjoy this.
Right, I was thinking maybe outsourced, but I think that's more apropos. That was definitely for the fans and by the fans in an interesting sort of way.
For the fans, by the fans. Papa John's.
FKBK, for kids, by kids. Big Mouth, anyone? Big Mouth, give us free stuff. Watch Big Mouth on Netflix. Big Mouth, give us free stuff. All right, the next video, what did we title this video? Like our big reveal or something?
Yeah, big announcement. Yeah. And then the thumbnail was just our bodies with the text hair reveal.
Because you had just dyed your hair pink and I had just gotten my caramel highlights. And granted, we looked fierce, but I just remember we got our hair dyed and then we went straight to the studio from there and we filmed all day and we realized like we needed one more video. And so we were like, well, we'll just like do a hair reveal and kind of tie it into the fact that like changing your image, you know, can like bringing change into your life can be a good thing. And like it had like a good mental health message, but it was definitely like we conceptualized and shot that entire video in like 12 minutes, like right before we left.
And also did not put that much thought into like how to market it per se, because I remember when I knew we were doing like a big hair change, you know, I was going from brunette to pink, like that's it. That can be clickable, but I don't know, I think it's because I realized I didn't like vlog the process of it happening, and I was like, oh, this feels like there's a good opportunity here, maybe we can still like make it a hair reveal or like a hair vlog, but then it was like we got no footage of the process actually happening. So let's just sit down and like try and have like a real talk moment. So it's like, it's still a nice message, but it was also last minute.
Yeah, I think it goes in last minute. It is a bummer. Like that could have been a cool vlog.
I know, it really could have been. Because we were there for like 6 hours getting our hair done.
We sure were.
But yeah.
Well, last minute. They can't all be winners. That's the whole point of ranking them, isn't it?
Isn't it?
As an op.
As an op. This next video is one that I am just so glad we had the audacity to make and put on the internet. Trying to figure out why James Corden is in every musical movie ever is one of, I think, my favorite pieces of content that we've made. Like, not even just the video itself and and how it's edited, and like, yes, I think it's a funny video, but like, it's the audacity, truly. And the fact that I feel like we were the first to address a question that everyone on the internet has.
We definitely weren't the first, but but I agree with you in the sense of like, as content creators, sometimes if you can get in on something and start the conversation, that's great for you. But at the end of the day, you really just want to be a part of the conversation.
Yes.
And this was like, I feel like we had this conversation right as everyone was starting to ask, like, bruh, what is going on? Because Prom had just come out, and there was James Corden in another musical movie role, and it wasn't like James Corden is terrible, he should never be cast in anything, and we really tried hard not to position ourselves as positive or negative, but just like, how and why does this continue to happen, like, to us? And for him. Yeah.
If you want to see more of us like really get into it, please just go watch that video, because we have a lot of thoughts on this specific topic.
But it's become such a meme in our community, because like anytime there's anytime there's any musical movie coming out, it's just like, oh, James Corden is going to be Maria in West Side Story, for sure. Like,
James Corden is going to be Glinda. Yeah, man. So this was just such a good video, I think, for us to make. I don't know that it's like necessarily in like the very top tier.
Well, yeah, no, it's trending. It's trending. I mean, because we literally like we were in that inflection point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Of like when that conversation was really starting to pop off.
Trending.
Nice. This next video is another versus video that we did, and we talked about this in a recent video.
Oh, we did.
Dog versus cat.
So,
or no, dog person versus cat person, I think is what we called it, right?
Yeah, so this was an episode of Versus, and like, we really like to batch process a lot of our content, so if we're filming, we like to like try and film maybe 3 or 4 videos, like, you know, knock it all out on one day, and we just like really needed one more idea, and so we wanted to do a Versus video, and we were like, okay, maybe like a dog person versus a cat person, like those are two like polarizing things, right? But like the questions were so like meh. It was just such a last minute idea that was not the best one.
I'm really proud of how hard we work and the things that we do together. And this was not an example of that. Like, we put very little thought and effort into that video. It was absolutely just a filler. Like, this is bottom.
This is bottom tier.
Yeah.
Bottom tier for sure.
Yeah.
But Bailey's in it, so that's cute.
That is cute.
She has some cute moments.
I literally remember thinking while we were filming, like, this video is not gonna be good.
I know, but I feel like neither of us just wanted to say it because we just like, this is an example of like when it was a little bit more stressful to film.
Yeah.
Because we're like, we just need to get this video done.
Yeah.
Whew. Bottom tier, last minute.
Yeah, last minute. Okay, and this next one, what about this one? The whole deep dive into the pink windmill emu kids.
Emus, pink windmill kids. I thought this was a fantastic journey for us, and honestly, I think it was another example of us finding something that really intrigued us personally.
Yeah.
In a deep dive that we wanted to take that wasn't necessarily like, you know, all over the explore page on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, it had come up because of the like TikTok sound. They're like,
right.
hi, my name is Emma.
No, I mean, yeah, like it wasn't necessarily like trending on YouTube, but it was trending on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, and granted, you know, this video and even the sort of remake for Red Nose Day, all of that was a while ago. It just sort of like resurfaced on TikTok because TikTok loves to do that. So I really enjoyed that deep dive. You really enjoyed that deep dive. The fans really got a kick out of it. It was trending because of TikTok. I mean, I guess trending is that where we put it?
Yeah, because for some reason it's not like top daddy tier to me, but I'm still glad we like followed a hunch we had about just wanting to figure out where these kids were then and now.
I think it would have been daddy if one of us actually won.
Yeah, if one of these kids ended up in jail or was super famous.
That was the game we were playing, was like, did one of these emu kids end up either in jail or like a huge A-list celebrity, and we just didn't know that.
Yeah, and
that didn't end up being the case. So it was sort of like, well, we did a lot of research and didn't find what we were looking for, so thanks for watching.
Yeah,
so,
you're right.
Yeah, like, the payoff, if the payoff was better, the videos would have been better. I think trending is a great place to put this because it's definitely top level, but not like top shelf.
Trending. Now, another great example of a time where we just... I don't even remember the season of our life.
I don't even remember this video.
I don't either. So it's another great example of just us, I guess, being preoccupied with our lives, something else. We uploaded a video called Why We Haven't Been Uploading. And this was like a 4-minute long video. We look tired in the thumbnail. The thumbnail's just bad. Like, and I don't remember what was going on. Like, I think we were just stressed out, and like, I probably was in a really busy season of work. We probably just had a lot going on, and so we hadn't been uploading. We'd like missed some uploads, but like for some reason, and in hindsight, I'm like, I don't really feel this way anymore. But for some reason, I was like, well, like as YouTubers, like we have a responsibility to like make a whole video to tell our audience like where we've been and what we've been doing, when it's like in reality we should just post that on our Instagram story.
Yeah, well, like, and like anytime, like, you know, like we miss an upload or I miss a stream, or like there's something that we want to do for the fans that we end up not being able to do, anytime I post it on the Discord or we post it on our stories, we always overwhelmingly get back like, you're good, girl, take your time, like we'll be here when you're ready. Like, but for some reason we felt this like weird responsibility to do this, but also like we didn't do anyone any favors because like the YouTube optimization threshold is like 8 minutes, right? And so we didn't even hit that.
We didn't
like
even monetize the video.
It was like such a non-update for such a non-reason, and we didn't even get the optimization threshold to make it like viable. It just, there was nothing. This video is literally like
nothing.
Like saturated fat. It just has no value whatsoever.
Now that you said all that, I'm like, we should just delete the video. Like, why is it still there?
It's still there so that it could be part of this tier list.
At the bottom of it.
Yeah, last minute.
Last minute.
For sure. If there was a tier even lower, that's where it would go.
That's where it'd be. Last one, and this is definitely last but not least. We also had a series on this channel that we'll bring back if we get, you know, more excited ideas for it. But oh my god, we did an episode of the Intelligent Drinking Game, which is basically where we just pick a topic, take shots, answer questions about it, have fun conversation. It's Such a good idea. We did a video on the Jonas Brothers, and this is around when the Jonas Brothers got back together and we're like starting to release music. And in this house, we are DNCE stans.
Yes.
And so we had so much to say.
Yeah.
It was such a blast.
Especially because I am. You're intersectional.
Yes.
You're a DNCE stan, but
And
you
a
also
Jonas
like
Brothers
Jonas
fan.
Brothers. DNCE, period, end of story. Like, DNCE, Nick Jonas's music.
Not this.
The Jonas Brothers! Like, I am not stoked they got back together.
Yeah.
I have a lot of opinions about why they got back together. Kevin Jonas. Excuse me, gosh, that's so weird.
Yeah, if you want to hear more, go watch that video.
We got really shady, and we
did.
also got pretty drunk, and it just, the whole video is just like so much fun.
This is an example of one of those videos that like I tell people about when they're like,
Right.
"Oh, what kind of content do you make?" I'm like, well,
The Jonas Brothers. We talk about the Jonas
Brothers while tipsy.
Could you imagine? We should just start a spin-off podcast that's only talking about the Jonas Brothers. I probably could. It's one of those things that I didn't realize I had so many opinions about, and then I started talking about it, and it turns out I do.
A lot of opinions about it,
Yeah.
but all of that makes it daddy tier.
Right, absolutely.
Like,
the fans loved it. It was a great conversation. It was a great topic. It's nice when we are sort of butting heads in a couple of places. Like, that's funny.
It was so fun to film.
Yes, we had a blast. The edit was good.
We look cute in it.
Daddy.
In daddy tier.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a little snippet of some of our content.
Right. I mean, obviously, like we said, we have about 130 videos, so, you know, we didn't have time for them all.
No.
But if you want to see the master list, where we sort every single one of them, then make it yourself and send it to us. Because we're not gonna do it.
Yeah, like I said earlier, if you guys want to watch these videos, I will put the links down in the description. But also, we have a bunch of playlists on our channel of like verses and of Intelligent Drinking Game and all that jazz. So if you want to take a deep dive, go take a deep dive. There's some fun stuff out there. There's also some last minute content out there, but you know,
there's some stinkers
it's a gamble.
too.
It's a gamble.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, Dad.
A little dissonant chord there.
1, 2, 3, jazz. YouTube, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye, Daddy.